Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I know I said I'd come back.
I've heard a lot of blame taken by and given to the middle class and the lower class. Not working hard enough, not pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, but where are the jobs? The multinational corporations took them overseas. They're American companies, and all the jobs are overseas. We have the worst income disparity, excuse me, that we've had since before the Depression. I mean, even the Depression wasn't this bad. The top 1% controls 50% of the wealth, and the bottom 40% are in poverty. How can people survive? My credit card is maxed out because my husband and I had a long stint of unemployment. We spent out doing utilities. I don't even dye my hair. People are really struggling, and people want to work hard. People want to work hard. People want jobs. We don't have the help we need to do it because the top income earners have the power to get laws passed in Congress. Since 1980, bank deregulation laws have been passed, and we have no voice anymore. That's why you see people in the streets now, because there's no voice. And we want the opportunity to work hard, and we need our congressional leaders to help us get those opportunities again so we can get back in our homes and get to work.
Thank you. Let me just spend a minute on that. What you say is absolutely right. The great middle class in this country has been squeezed, and more, and I'm not going to use the language of blame or of populism or of torches and pitchforks. I'm just going to state a fact, which is that the income and the assets have concentrated at the very top. Now, my party sometimes makes a mistake, and I tell them this. We shouldn't vilify success. When this guy's restaurant is rebuilt and does it, we shouldn't vilify success. We've got to figure out how to make it available to a lot more people. Because people, the way you articulated in a very beautiful and graceful way. Thank you. There are people occupying Wall Street articulating it in a less beautiful and graceful way, but their point is similar. And their point is the system is not set up to help you. Let me give you two examples in the way, and I've touched on these before. The system is not set up to help them. Two examples. I could probably come up with 10. Here's one. You look at the tax code. The fact of the matter is, if you are a very wealthy individual and you're paying capital gains and interest, Warren Buffett makes this argument, your tax rate is actually a heck of a lot lower than the poor contractor who's making 90 grand a year with a family of four, who's paying the top 35% marginal income tax rate. The tax code is set up to favor capital over labor. It's that simple. Point number two, example number two. What was the great mechanism to create a middle class in this country? The great mechanism was the school system. This is where you learn to go to college, to go to medical school, to go to law school, to climb that ladder. What's happened to our public schools? Not here in Monroe, not in Reading, Bridgeport, Norwalk. What's happening
Down south.
to our public? There's two down south. There's two examples of something that the government has something to do where it just hasn't helped people be middle class, and I couldn't agree more. Look, I didn't go to Congress to do a lot of stuff, emergency, crisis this, crisis that. You know what? You hear me keep talking about the schools and education. I don't want to vilify success. I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to get there, and we're not there right now.